Let me ask you something. When you hear the word cell, what words comes to your mind? We all know that cell is the basic unit of life, but not only that. In order to increase our knowledge about the cell and its two types, let's watch and listen the video prepared by my group about prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell.
Cell is the unit structure, physiology, and organization of living things, and was discovered by Robert Hooke in year 1665. There are two main types of cells in the world, the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Between the two main types of cell, the first cell to appear is the prokaryotic cell. So it means that prokaryotic cells are much older cells than eukaryotic. Prokaryotic cell is defined as a small organism made of single cell and having no true nucleus. Organism belongs to the kingdom Eubacteria and kingdom Archaea, such as bacteria, blue-green algae, archaeans, and spirochetes are examples of prokaryotes. However, eukaryotic cell is defined as having a true nucleus, membrane-bound organelles, and chromosomes, and arrows about 1 billion years later than the prokaryotic cell. Animal cell, plant cell, fungi, and protists are examples of eukaryotes.
For better understanding about prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, we constructed a model to illustrate the structure of the two types of cell. We recycled common household materials to represent different parts of the cell and based on what they can do. For the eukaryotic cell, we chose to construct a model of the animal cell. We chose the bacteria cell for the prokaryotic cell. Now let's discuss prokaryotic cells first.
A prokaryotic cell has a simple structure, and it is composed of nucleoids, cytoplasm, ribosomes, capsule, flagellum, cell wall, and the cell membrane. As you can see in the model, prokaryotic cells do not have a nucleus. It means that their DNA is not enclosed in a membrane inside the cell. Instead, it has a single loop of circular DNA called nucleoids, which floats in the cytoplasm. Prokaryotes also have a cell membrane, ribosomes, and a cell wall that surrounds the cell membrane, and it is made up of peptidoglycan. Some prokaryotes are enclosed by an additional layer called a capsule.
Eukaryotic cells are more complex than prokaryotic cells. They all have a Golgi body, vacuole, nucleus, nucleolus, cytoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, cell membrane, ribosome, lysosome, cytoskeleton, and cell wall, but unfortunately, animal cell has no cell wall. However, the DNA of eukaryotic cells are double-stranded, arranged into chromosomes, and does not float in the cytoplasm. Instead, it is found in the nucleus. Most organelles are surrounded by a membrane, and some organelles have membranes that form channels which help transport substances from one part to another part of cell.
Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell has many differences and similarities that you can easily distinguish them by looking at their structures, and all cells may be classified into two basic cell types, depending on their internal organization. Prokaryote cells doesn't have a nucleus, while eukaryotic possess a nucleus. Prokaryotes contain DNA arranged in single circular structure called nucleoid, but they lack membrane-bound organelles, while eukaryotes has a double-stranded DNA arranged into chromosomes, and its organelles are surrounded by membranes. There is a one way to determine whether a cell is a prokaryotic or a eukaryotic. If a cell has a nucleus, then it is eukaryotic cell, but if it doesn't, then it is a prokaryotic cell.